Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought, this little coin could be worth a fortune? You better start checking your change, because today we're diving into the top 10 most valuable Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coins that are worth millions of dollars. Some of these coins are hiding in plain sight, and others are so rare that even the most seasoned collectors dream of finding them. Stay with me till the very end, because the number one coin on this list could change your life forever. Now, let's begin. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most underrated and mysterious coins in American history, the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This small copper coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but its history, rarity, and current market value of $70,000 will absolutely blow your mind. Let's begin with a little background. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most iconic coins in the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse back in 1981 still featured the Lincoln Memorial, which had been introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Now, let's fast forward to 1981, a year that became unforgettable for penny collectors and coin hunters alike. This was a very interesting time for the U.S. Mint. In 1981, pennies were still being struck in 95% copper and 5% zinc, just before the major metal composition change that happened in 1982, when pennies switched to a predominantly zinc core with just a thin copper coating. So the 1981 penny is one of the last true copper Lincoln cents, already making it more appealing to collectors. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on its coins, produced a large quantity of pennies in 1981. However, something happened during the production process that caused a very small batch of these pennies to become extremely rare. This resulted in some 1981 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark carrying specific errors or exceptional qualities that make them extremely valuable today. Many people confuse regular Philadelphia minted pennies with rare varieties, but what sets these valuable 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cents apart is a combination of unique die varieties, striking errors, and superior conditions. Some of these coins have extraordinary double die obverse errors, where Lincoln's image and the inscriptions such as, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1981, show signs of doubling, making them stand out immediately to trained collectors. Others have strong off-center strikes or broad-struck errors, where the coin was not properly aligned during the minting process. But the most prized 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is the one that has survived in exceptional, pristine condition, specifically in grades like MS-67 or higher on the Sheldon coin grading scale. Coins graded at this level show no signs of wear, maintaining sharp details and full luster, almost exactly as they left the mint over 4 decades ago. Now, here's where things get really exciting. A few of these 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies in superb condition, combined with striking errors or dramatic double die varieties, have fetched massive sums at auction. One such penny recently sold for an astonishing $70,000, setting a new benchmark for this seemingly common coin. What makes this coin so valuable? Let's break it down. First, the metal content. Being a pre-1982 penny, it contains a high percentage of copper, which already makes it worth more than face value just from its intrinsic metal content. Collectors love copper coins for their rich appearance and weight. Second, the historical significance. As one of the last copper pennies before the transition to zinc in 1982, this coin represents the end of an era in American coinage. Third, and most importantly, the condition and rarity. The coin that sold for $70,000 was graded MS-68 red, an extremely high grade with full red color, indicating it was preserved exceptionally well. Combined with a dramatic die variety or mint error, these factors make it a true trophy coin for collectors. Imagine that. A coin that most people overlook in their change could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars if it meets the right conditions. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can I tell if I have a valuable 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in my collection? Here are some tips. First, check the color. The most valuable pennies are designated red by grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. This means they still display their original reddish copper color, showing no signs of oxidation or darkening. Second, inspect the coin carefully for errors. Look for any signs of doubling, especially around the date, the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Also, check for off-center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual features. Third, consider getting your coin graded. If you believe your penny is in pristine condition, send it to a reputable grading service for evaluation. A high-grade designation can dramatically increase its value. Fourth, compare your coin to auction records. Search online auction sites or coin databases to see if similar coins have sold and for how much. Finally, remember that patience and knowledge are key in coin collecting. The more you learn about coins like the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent, the better your chances of discovering hidden gems in your collection. In summary, the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is far more than just pocket change. With its rich copper composition, potential for rare mint errors, and possibility of extremely high grades, it's a coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. One rare example recently stunned the numismatic world by selling for a staggering $70,000, proving that even a penny can be worth a fortune. So, don't overlook those pennies lying around your house. Who knows? You might just be holding one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln cents ever made. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more incredible stories about rare and valuable coins. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare penny in your change. Until next time, keep hunting, and happy collecting! Welcome back to our channel, where today we are about to uncover the unbelievable story behind one of the most fascinating pennies ever struck by the US Mint. Get ready, because this is the story of the 1983 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that looks like an ordinary penny, yet it has shocked collectors and investors worldwide by reaching an astonishing current market value of $84,887. That's right. 1 cent, worth over $84,000. But what makes this 1983 penny so valuable? Why is it considered such a rare gem? And could you be holding one of these priceless coins in your own collection, pocket change, or even a forgotten piggy bank? Let's dive deep into the history, origin, minting details, key features, and reasons why this specific penny has become a superstar in the coin collecting world. First, let's start with the history and background of the 1983 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over the decades, it underwent some design modifications, but it retained Lincoln's iconic profile. Now, fast forward to the year 1983. This was a transitional period for the U.S. Mint. In 1982, the composition of the penny changed due to the rising cost of copper. Prior to 1982, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, from mid-1982 onward, the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. So why is the 1983 penny special? This is where things get very interesting. The 1983 Lincoln cent, produced at the Denver Mint, indicated by the DE Mint mark, is known for a highly prized variety known as the 1983 double die reverse penny. That's right, the double die error. This error occurred during the minting process when the coin's die was improperly manufactured, resulting in a doubling of the design elements on the reverse side of the coin, specifically the lettering and the columns of the Lincoln Memorial. If you closely examine the reverse of this rare penny under magnification, you'll notice the strong doubling in the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. The doubling on these coins is dramatic and clearly visible even to the naked eye in some cases, making them highly desirable among collectors. But here's what makes this coin truly remarkable. Unlike most double die coins, this particular error occurred after the mint had already transitioned to the new zinc composition. That means this variety is not only a significant error but also an extremely rare one for its era and composition. Furthermore, another reason collectors are on the hunt for this coin is because of its high demand and pristine condition. Most 1983D pennies that were struck in circulation were handled roughly and often show signs of heavy wear and tear. Finding one in mint state condition, especially in grades such as MS65 or higher, is extraordinarily rare. And when one does show up in such immaculate condition, it commands huge premiums at auctions. In fact, an exceptionally well-preserved 1983D double-die reverse penny was sold for a jaw-dropping $84,887 in a major coin auction. That sale has skyrocketed the interest in this coin, as collectors scramble to find their own example. Now, let's talk about what you should look for to identify this rare penny. Mint mark. Look for the DE mint mark just below the date on the obverse side. Doubling on reverse. Closely inspect the reverse side of the coin under good lighting and magnification. Pay close attention to the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. If you see distinct doubling, especially thick lines that appear shadowed or layered, you may have the valuable double-die reverse variety. Condition: coins with minimal wear, strong luster, and sharp details can fetch the highest prices. Certified grading by a reputable grading service such as PCGS or NGC is strongly recommended. Weight test: authentic 1983 pennies made from zinc with copper plating should weigh approximately 2.5 grams. However, due to minting inconsistencies, checking the weight can be useful in verifying authenticity. Now you may be wondering, why is this penny worth so much? The value of this coin boils down to several key factors. Rarity: only a small number of these double-die reverse coins were struck before the error was corrected. High demand: error coin collectors, Lincoln cent specialists, and even casual hobbyists all want this coin, driving up its price. Auction records: each time one of these coins appears at a major auction, it sets higher and higher price records. Historical significance: as one of the earliest major double-die errors on a zinc penny, it holds a unique place in American numismatic history. Additionally, the thrill of discovery has also fueled its popularity. Many coin enthusiasts are now actively searching their change jars, coin rolls, and old collections hoping to uncover this elusive treasure. Let's recap the current market value of this coin. Low-grade examples: typically, circulated coins with minor doubling or heavy wear may sell for a few $100s. Mid-grade examples: coins in better condition, showing clear doubling but with moderate wear, can sell for several $1,000s. High-grade examples: coins graded MS65 or higher, with bold doubling and minimal blemishes, can reach auction prices upward of $84,887 or even more depending on demand. And here's an important tip for collectors and viewers: if you suspect you have this penny, never attempt to clean or polish it. Cleaning can severely damage the coin and drastically reduce its value. Instead, store it safely and have it evaluated by a professional grading service or a trusted coin dealer. In conclusion, the 1983D Lincoln cent isn't just another penny. It's a prime example of how even modern coins can hold incredible value due to rare minting errors and exceptional condition. From its humble beginnings as pocket change to its status today as a six-figure auction star, this penny proves that treasures can still be found in unexpected places. So next time you go through your change, keep your eyes wide open. You never know, you might just discover a coin worth $84,887 or more sitting right in your pocket. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful and fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow collectors and friends who love rare coins. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on our upcoming videos about valuable coins, hidden gems, and amazing numismatic stories. Until next time, happy hunting and may your coin searches lead you to incredible discoveries. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket change. In today's video, we are going to talk about an incredibly fascinating coin, the the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This is not just any ordinary penny. This coin has captured the attention of collectors around the world due to its rich history, unique errors, and its extremely high market value, with some examples fetching as much as $58,988. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $60,000 for a single penny. Let's begin by taking a journey back to the year 1984. The Lincoln Cent series had been in production since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse side features the iconic profile of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side, from 1959 through 2008, featured the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the earlier Whittier's design. The 1984 Lincoln Cent was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on its coins at the time. So, seeing a penny from 1984 without a mint mark simply means it was struck in Philadelphia. But what makes this coin so incredibly valuable is not the absence of a mint mark alone. It's the rare combination of errors and varieties that have been discovered on certain specimens. One of the most famous and sought-after varieties of the 1984 Lincoln Cent is known as the 1984 double die obverse, or DDO. This type of coin was created due to a misalignment during the minting process, where the die impressed the design onto the coin more than once, causing a noticeable doubling effect. On the 1984 double die obverse penny, you can clearly see this doubling on the date, the words, Liberty, and especially on the phrase, In God We Trust. The doubling on the letters is so dramatic that it can often be seen with the naked eye, though magnification helps highlight the details even more. Now, here's where things get exciting. A high-grade 1984 double die obverse penny in mint state condition can command astonishing prices. Recently, some of these coins have sold for upwards of $58,988 at major coin auctions. The price varies based on the coin's condition, the sharpness of the doubling, and its overall eye appeal. Lower-grade examples of the 1984 DDO penny can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But why is this penny worth so much money? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The 1984 double die obverse is considered one of the most dramatic doubling errors ever discovered on a Lincoln Cent. Combine that with the fact that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which was producing millions of pennies that year, and you can see why finding one in such pristine condition is like striking gold. In fact, the total mintage for the 1984 Philadelphia Lincoln Cent was over 8 billion coins. But only a tiny fraction of those coins exhibit the coveted double die obverse error. This rarity is exactly why collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. If you happen to own a 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, here's how you can check for this rare variety. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe with at least 10x magnification. Carefully examine the obverse side of the coin, focusing on the words, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the date, 1984. Look for clear, distinct doubling on the letters and numbers. The doubling should not be subtle. It will look like a shadow or second impression next to the original letters. If you discover you have a genuine 1984 double die obverse penny, congratulations! You could be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. But before you rush to sell it, it's important to get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. A certified coin will fetch a much higher price in the market, especially among serious collectors and investors. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this coin. As of now, in 2025, the top-graded examples of the 1984 double die obverse Lincoln penny have been selling for around $58,988. This value reflects coins in top mint state grades, typically MS67 or higher, with strong doubling visible. Coins in slightly lower mint state grades like MS65 or MS66 can still bring in thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their eye appeal and market demand. Even circulated examples with noticeable doubling can sell for hundreds of dollars, making this coin one of the most valuable modern Lincoln Cents in circulation. The market demand for rare error coins continues to rise as collectors are always looking for dramatic varieties that tell a unique story about the minting process. If you want to maximize your chances of finding a valuable 1984 double die obverse penny, start by searching through penny rolls from banks, checking pocket change, or even visiting coin shops and flea markets where old coins are sold. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem. And remember, even if you don't find the double die obverse variety, it's always worth keeping an eye out for high-grade 1984 Lincoln pennies with strong details and minimal wear, as these can still carry a premium above face value. In conclusion, the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating coin with a captivating history and enormous potential value. With its dramatic doubling, limited availability, and high demand among collectors, this penny has cemented its place among the most valuable error coins in U.S. numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is one coin that should be on your radar. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible penny and want to see more rare coin videos, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, feel free to share your coin hunting stories in the comments below. Who knows, maybe you'll inspire others to start searching for valuable coins too. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck on your coin hunts. Hello, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we unlock the hidden wealth in your pocket change. Today's video will absolutely blow your mind. We are diving deep into the world of the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that might look ordinary but could be hiding an incredible value of up to $69,099. Yes, you heard that right. This coin could change your life forever. If you have a jar of pennies lying around, you definitely don't want to miss this video. So sit back, grab your coins, and let's get started. History of the 1985 Lincoln penny. The 1985 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been in continuous production since 1909. The obverse of the coin features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic portrait has appeared on the penny for over a century, making it the longest-running coin design in United States history. In 1985, the Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include a mint mark for pennies during that time. That's why most 1985 pennies have no mint mark at all. Over 5.28 billion Lincoln pennies were produced that year by the Philadelphia Mint alone. It was a time when the U.S. Mint was cranking out billions of coins to satisfy the growing demand for small change across America. However, despite the high mintage, not all pennies are created equal. Some of these coins were struck with extreme precision, flawless condition, or with unique errors that make them worth thousands of dollars today. Composition and design details. By 1985, the U.S. Mint had shifted the penny's composition from the traditional bronze to a copper-plated zinc planchet, which consists of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change began in 1982 to save on production costs, as copper prices were soaring. The obverse displays Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," along the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the year, 1985, on the right. There is no mint mark under the date since it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to replace the original wheat ears design. Above the memorial, you'll find United States of America, and the famous motto, E pluribus unum. Below the memorial is the denomination, 1 cent. Why some 1985 pennies are worth thousands. So what makes a common-looking penny from 1985 worth up to $69,099? The answer lies in mint errors, rarity, and exceptional grades. Some pennies from this year have been discovered with dramatic mint errors, such as double die errors. Some rare 1985 pennies show strong doubling on the obverse or reverse. This doubling can appear on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust, making these coins highly collectible. Off-center strikes. These are coins that were not properly aligned during minting, resulting in an off-center design. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value, especially if the date is still visible. Die cracks or cuds. Some coins display cracks or raised lumps due to broken dies during production. Broad strikes and clips. These coins are missing their rims or show clipped planchets due to mistakes during the blanking process. But beyond errors, condition also plays a huge role. A 1985 no-mint mark penny that has been graded at mint state 67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can easily fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction due to its extreme rarity in such pristine condition. Current market value. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this coin. In average circulated condition, most 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are only worth their face value, just 1 cent. However, in uncirculated condition, the price rises dramatically. Here's a breakdown of potential values. Circulated condition: 1 cent to 25 cents. Uncirculated MS60 to MS63, $5 to $1.15. Gem uncirculated MS65, $25 to $100. Superb gem MS66 to MS67, $500 to $2, 500 plus. Top grade MS68, $10,000 to $25,000 plus. Rare error coins or top auction sales, up to $69,099. In fact, some auctions have recorded sales of 1985 Lincoln pennies at astonishing prices close to $70,000, especially for coins with remarkable doubling. Errors or near-perfect strikes combined with pristine surfaces and deep red luster. How to identify a valuable 1985 penny. If you're wondering how to spot a valuable 1985 no-mint mark penny, here's what you should look for. Mint errors. Look for obvious doubling, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. Luster and color. Coins with original red luster, known as red designation, are far more valuable. Surface quality. Look for minimal scratches, clean fields, and strong strikes. Professional grading. Consider sending your coin to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading if you believe it's in excellent condition. Tips for collectors. If you want to hunt for valuable 1985 pennies, here are some tips. Search through bank rolls, pocket change, and old penny jars. Visit coin shows and estate sales. Focus on uncirculated coins or those that appear unusual. Educate yourself about error varieties and grading scales. Conclusion. The 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny proves that even the smallest coins in your pocket can hide extraordinary value. With some patience and a keen eye, you might just discover a coin worth thousands or even up to $69,099. Imagine the excitement of turning a single penny into a small fortune. So, after watching this video, I encourage you to start checking your pennies right away. You never know what treasure might be hiding in your collection. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another coin treasure hunt. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! See you in the next video. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we're going to explore an extraordinary coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts across the world. Get ready to discover the fascinating story, value history, and current market worth of the 1987 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that is now valued at an astounding $99,298. Let's start with a little background about this coin. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been in circulation since 1909. It was first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first United States coin to feature a real person's likeness. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has become one of the most collected coins in the United States, with many rare dates and varieties commanding serious premiums among collectors. The 1987 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. In 1987, the Denver Mint produced over 4.5 billion Lincoln pennies, making it seem like this coin should be quite common. However, not all coins are created equal, And that is exactly what makes this particular 1987 D penny so special. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can a coin with such a high mintage be worth nearly $100,000? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including condition, rarity of errors, and collector demand. First and foremost, condition plays a huge role in the value of any coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. The most valuable coins are those that are certified by professional grading companies such as PCGS or NGC and are given a grade of mint state 67 or higher. A 1987 D Lincoln penny in mint state 68 red condition is exceedingly rare. In fact, only a few examples have ever been discovered in such pristine condition. The color designation also matters. Coins that retain their original bright red luster from the minting process are designated as red, while those that have toned over time may be classified as brown or red-brown. Red coins are the most desirable and bring the highest prices at auction. In the case of the 1987 D Lincoln penny, the record-breaking sale came from a coin graded MS68 red, which retained its original mint brilliance and showed no signs of wear, scratches, or handling. The surfaces were flawless, with sharp details and strong eye appeal, making it a true trophy for any serious collector. Beyond the condition, there's another element that sometimes boosts the value of these coins: errors and varieties. While the 1987 D Lincoln penny isn't particularly known for major errors, some examples do exhibit minor doubled dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. While these types of errors can increase a coin's value, it's the incredible state of preservation of this coin that pushed its value to astronomical heights. Let's now talk about the history of value appreciation for this coin. A few decades ago, the 1987 D Lincoln penny wasn't considered particularly valuable. Common circulated examples are still worth only face value. However, as collectors began to pursue high-grade modern coins, the market for Lincoln pennies in exceptional condition began to soar. In the early 2000s, prices for high-grade 1987 D pennies started to rise steadily as more collectors competed for top-tier examples. By 2010, MS67 red examples were selling for hundreds of dollars at major auctions. However, the real turning point came in recent years, when demand for registry-quality coins exploded. In 2024, an extraordinary example of the 1987 D Lincoln penny graded MS68 red appeared at auction. The bidding war was fierce, with multiple collectors vying to secure this incredibly rare coin for their collections. When the final gavel fell, the coin sold for a staggering $99,298, setting a new record and cementing its place in numismatic history. So, what makes this coin worth almost $100,000 today? The answer lies in rarity, perfection, and fierce collector demand. There are only a handful of known examples in MS68 red condition, and they seldom appear for sale. Collectors who are building top-ranking Lincoln cent registry sets will pay incredible premiums to secure one of these elusive coins, especially since it could mean the difference between first place and second place in their set rankings. But before you go rushing to your change jar, it's important to note that most 1987 D pennies are worth only face value or a small premium unless they are in extremely high grade. Common circulated examples, even in nice condition, typically sell for a few cents to $1. However, uncirculated examples in mint state 65 or higher can bring anywhere from $5 to $20, depending on their color and luster. If you think you may have a valuable 1987 D Lincoln penny, the first step is to closely examine its condition. Look for sharp details, full luster, and minimal marks or scratches. Coins stored in original mint sets or those carefully preserved in coin albums may have the best chance of being valuable. For anyone serious about verifying the value of their coin, professional grading is essential. Submitting your coin to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC will give you an official grade and guarantee its authenticity. Keep in mind, though, that grading fees can range from $30 to over $100 depending on the service level, so it's usually worth grading only coins that you believe could be worth significant amounts. In summary, The 1987 D. Lincoln penny is a fascinating example of how condition and rarity can transform a seemingly ordinary coin into a six-figure treasure. With a current market value of $99,298, it stands as one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cents ever sold. While the odds of finding such a gem in circulation are slim, it's always worth checking your collection, especially if you have old mint sets or rolls of uncirculated coins tucked away. That wraps up today's video on the remarkable 1987 D. Lincoln penny. We hope you enjoyed learning about the value, history, and current market worth of this incredible coin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads on valuable coins that could change your life. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating and valuable coin that has captured the attention of collectors all around the world. This coin may be hiding in your pocket change or coin jar right now. We are talking about none other than the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a small coin with a massive value. By the end of this video, you'll learn about its history, unique features, why it's so valuable, and its current market value, which is an astonishing $81,278. Let's get started. First, let's go back in time to the year 1982. This year is extremely significant in U.S. coinage history, especially for the Lincoln cent. In 1982, the United States Mint made a major change in the composition of the penny. Prior to 1982, Lincoln pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. However, due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, reducing the weight to 2.5 grams. But here's where it gets even more interesting. During this transitional year, the U.S. Mint struck 7 different varieties of the Lincoln cent. Some were made of copper, some were made of zinc, some featured large dates, some featured small dates, some had a mint mark, while others did not. This is what makes 1982 pennies extremely collectible. Among all these varieties, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny with a small date, made of copper, is the rarest and most valuable. Now, you might be asking, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent so valuable? The answer lies in its unique combination of features. First, it's a small date variety. The numbers on the date are thinner, and the 2 has a slight curl near the base. Second, it's made of the copper alloy, not zinc, which means it weighs around 3.11 grams instead of the lighter 2.5 grams zinc variety. Third, it has no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically didn't use mint marks on pennies at that time. These factors combined to make it one of the rarest finds in the Lincoln penny series. Now, let's talk about its discovery and why it made headlines. In the world of numismatics, this coin was long believed to be nearly impossible to find. However, in 2009, a man named Michael Tremonti discovered one of these elusive coins while searching through rolls of pennies. The coin was authenticated by experts, including PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and verified as a 1982 D small date copper penny, which shook the numismatic world. Since then, collectors have been on a quest to locate the 1982 no-mint mark small date copper penny as well. Few examples have surfaced, and when they do, they fetch incredibly high prices at auctions. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable pennies? Here's what you need to look for. First, check the date on the coin. Does it say 1982 with a small date? Look closely at the number 2 in the date. If it has a slight curl at the base and the numbers appear thin, you may have a small date variety. Weigh the coin using a precise scale. If it weighs around 3.11 grams, it's made of copper. If it weighs around 2.5 grams, it's a zinc penny, which is far more common. Finally, look at the area below the date. If there's no mint mark there, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If your coin meets all of these conditions, 1982, small date, copper composition, and no mint mark, you could be holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's now dive into its market value. Currently, The 1982 no-mint mark small date copper Lincoln penny has been valued at up to $81,278 in the highest grades. In pristine, uncirculated condition, graded as MS65 or higher, this coin can command such a massive price at auction. Even those in slightly lower grades can be worth thousands of dollars. Collectors are always on the hunt for this coin, as its rarity and the story behind it make it one of the most sought-after pennies in U.S. history. Now, let's talk about some recent auction records. ATA Major Coin Auction, a pristine example of this rare penny stunned bidders by fetching over $80,000. Collectors from all over the world participated, proving the immense demand for this coin. And here's the exciting part. There may still be undiscovered examples out there, hiding in circulation, coin jars, or old penny collections. So what should you do next? I recommend going through your penny jars, rolls, and old coin collections. Check every 1982 Lincoln penny carefully. If you find one with no mint mark, a small date, and a copper weight of 3.11 grams, you could be holding a life-changing coin. You can also visit a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC to have your coin authenticated. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny small date copper is one of the rarest pennies ever. It's valuable because it combines a small date, copper composition, and no mint mark. Current market value can reach up to $81,278. Carefully check your coins for the right features, including weight, date, and mint mark. If you find one, you could be holding a small fortune. Remember, coins like these aren't just currency. They're pieces of history that could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories, rare finds, and valuable treasures. Also, drop a comment below and tell us if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting and may you discover the next $1 million penny hiding right under your nose.